going live now. Hold on.
Oh, we have 6 subscribers now.
Okay, we are live.
Welcome back to Whispers in the Waves D&D campaign. We are on part 6. We currently don't have the full party since some of them have work and can't join us. As of right now, they'll be joining us later, but we have a new member, and they'll be joining us for today. Heather, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
Hi, I guess.
Heather, she'll be playing the character Jaka, and obviously and the people we have here now are Rachel with Rakiri, Michael with Squirrel, and Nick with Wolf.
I'll save the best for last.
Yes, I do. All right. So, from last we left off, the party was going off to find the kind of governor of the city, the Castellan. You weren't really sure what his name was, but you might find out.
I thought we were looking for a dude to tell us about the thing.
Yeah. The blacksmith pointed you in the direction of the Castellan, which is in the keep.
Ah, okay. Sorry, I'm dumb.
Yeah.
It's been a week.
Yep, it has. All right, so
We left off with Michael, right?
yes, he was going into the house of what's it? Yegrim, and being led to his office, actually. So I'll pick up from him. Michael.
Michael is muted.
He's muted, yes. But he is currently in Yegrim's office. He had greeted you as you walked in.
I don't know what I was doing.
You forget what you were doing there?
Yes.
All right.
He was looking for this out of character. You were looking for slave training grounds.
Oh yeah. That's what you were looking for, yeah.
Yes.
Oh god.
Yeah, he's an eccentric one.
And is yes.
Oh hi.
My life. I get to choose what I do.
That's true. All right. He's like, yes. You were looking for certain training grounds, as you would say.
That's correct.
Was there any specific things you want them trained in? You want them to be kind of fighters? You want them to be sort of alluring to the common man? What do you want?
Well, I was thinking one of them at least could be a bard.
So you want one that's entertainment, I'm assuming. Yes. There is one place. I have a contact in the local kind of bardic school. I can point you and I can write him a letter and get back to you once he writes back about your little proposal. The catch is, however, you kind of have to kind of pay a little sum to keep him sort of quiet about the whole thing.
How much?
150 gold.
Oh, hold on. Let me discuss this with my wallet.
He actually just like talks to his wallet.
How do
What do
you
you think?
even have enough money? How do you have money anymore? Like
My wallet says he's empty. He's pretty hungry.
If you are kind of hurting on funds, I could.
Actually, yeah, no, I can pay. I can do that.
All right. Just give me the money. I'll write out your little proposal and send it on its way.
I hand him the money.
All right. He kind of for about 10 minutes asks you for some details on who you want sent to be trained and all sorts. Specifically, what slave do you want to be trained, Michael?
Mm,
The mom, dad, or
The
demi-human?
I'm thinking the mom.
All right, so you sent her, or you're gonna send her over to the bard's place. Just getting basic details down. He's like, "All right, thank you for your visit. Is there anything else I can do for you?"
That is all. Goodbye.
You have a great day. One of my orderlies will escort you out. And he kind of waves to the quote unquote orderly, and she leads you away out of the house. Right, you're now on the street, Michael. And as you were on the street, you kind of notice that your party walks right in front of you. The party you're with.
Oh, I thought they were leaving though. You know what? Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
They're
I'm
going
gonna
to the
go
keep.
party.
I never said it was never said specifically where. Could have been
Ah,
next to his house.
Oh
Could
yeah,
have.
yeah.
slave man. Are you coming with us, or are you gonna just
I
go off on your own
appreciate
again?
you didn't call me slave man.
I'm gonna call you slave man. Because I forgot your name.
It's squirrel,
Yes, peasant.
like the
Sorry,
animal.
the animal?
Like
Are
the
there
animal.
squirrels in this universe?
Very heavily mutated forms of squirrels, but yes.
Ah, yes, squirrel. That's what it was. Puny. Are you coming with us or not?
Yeah, sure. I don't have anything else to do.
Okay, cool. Let's go.
All right. So the party now sort of, kind of full, maybe,
Yeah.
makes its way over to the keep. As you're walking, you see the outer wall of this little keep, and kind of near it, in the street, with a little crowd surrounding, is a little setup with a sign out front that says Esquelga's Traveling Trio.
Traveling trio,
Seems
eh?
to be a certain. Well, upon closer inspection, it seems to be a street.
We should check this out after we're done with our business, maybe. Does that sound good to everyone? Squirrel and Ragkiri,
Sorry, I
since
was
you're the only two here.
drinking.
Well, technically, the whole party is there, but
My thing is my mic is not picking up me talking for some reason.
okay.
I can hear you.
But it's like okay. Yeah, that's fine with me.
All right. So, as you pass this street performance, a certain figure kind of gets in front of the party. They're jingling, kind of jingling hat and smiley face of what looks to be a jester.
Jingling hat.
Please excuse us. We're rather busy right now. We'll come back later.
Heather. So
Yeah.
for you, there you kind of jump out in front of this party. So they look like an interesting bunch, and so with and looks like they have very heavy coin purses, judging by their gear.
Sure.
Except Michael.
Ah, sounds interesting.
So,
I
what are you doing?
don't. Uh, well, I'm going to try to distract the one that has the bigger purse and try to find a way to get it.
That would be Nick, right?
Oof.
Decent amount.
Yes. So-
Can my party hopefully look out for this person since there's 8 of us? Or how many of us are there? 6?
Definitely
hope
not
someone
8, I don't
notices.
think.
Yeah, it's
Is there 8
I
of
think
us?
there was originally 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now it's technically 8, but we're at
Almost 8. But...
yeah.
So
Oh
many
man, that's a
people
lot of
haven't been
things to
here.
steal.
yeah,
So-
good luck stealing from any one of us.
Heather, you're attempting to distract and steal from Mr. Wolf over here.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh,
How do I
but
roll for
don't go.
distraction? Deception? Would it?
Yeah, that would probably be
Mm,
deception.
Roll deception and sleight of hand.
Can I roll against her?
so, I'm sorry. What kind of tool can I use to do that? I told
D20.
you. Okay.
Yep.
Uh, okay. So
Make sure you
I
check
did
your
it.
skills to see what pluses you have.
Oh yeah, right. So deception, is it?
Yep. First one will be deception.
Okay, so I did a roll, 15.
Did you add any of your skills to that?
If
you
I
look
add
in your
deception, that's 21.
All
Oh,
right.
Damn.
So
oh, Nick.
everyone in the party, please roll against the deception.
21. Okay. I like a nat 20.
And while they're doing that, Heather, would you like to roll for sleight of hand?
I'm very sorry,
Sleight
Nick.
of hand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got 10.
What are we rolling?
Plus
Just a straight
3.
roll?
It's sorry.
I'm
Yeah, it would
asking.
be a straight roll for the roll against it.
Oh, so you had
God.
nothing?
God damn it. I got
Fire,
a
I
19.
did 13. I
You
did
got
13 in sleight of hand.
13. All
Yeah.
right. What is
Straight 13?
everyone's passive perception other than
My passive perception is 13.
So she just made yours.
I'm so sorry, Nick. I got a 14.
Oh, so you can see her, please.
No,
Well,
on the straight roll, my
your
passive
passive
perception is 11.
God damn it. Michael, please.
Michael, what is your passive perception?
Right.
Michael, the perception, man.
Hold on.
Please.
14.
Yes!
Ooh. All right. So,
Oh man.
Heather, you successfully start to dance in front of the group, and like twirling around in their weird thing, doing weird gesture stuff. Attempting to grab the coin purse out of Nick's
2,000
sort of
coins would be
bag.
pretty heavy, I'm gonna say.
There is no coin weight.
Oh, never mind then.
Michael, you happen to notice that a hand seemed to have slipped in Wolf's bag and retrieve his coin purse.
I'm gonna say that, hey, that person just robbed you.
Oh, can you please give that back to me?
You don't know
there must
what
be-
he stole.
I know, but still, can you please give what you stole back to me?
Oh, there must
I
be
know
an
it-
error, sir.
All I have on me is my 2 great swords and my 2 short swords and my coat. So the only thing she could steal is my money.
You must have confounded with one of my juggling ball.
What'd she say?
Did you?
Another deception roll, technically, right?
Yeah, roll deception to see if you can get out of getting caught by stealing his money.
Okay, so
She steals all 2,000.
I did 18.
18. And that's adding your
Nat
deception
20!
skill.
Plus the nat deception I have, I think.
If it's
So
I got a nat 20.
All right, so you got you rolled a 12.
Yep.
Okay, so attempt to deceive Mr. Wolf again.
That was I got a nat 20.
Yep, I know. Just hold on. So like, be like, oh, I'm not stealing your stuff, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, there you gotta try and fool me.
Yeah.
Role play
No,
mode.
but there must be an error. It's the juggling ball of one of my friends.
You're the only one in front of us.
Yeah, Nick, you see through what.
I'm gonna like start to draw my greatsword. Please give me back my money.
My money.
So you hear a sort of shout from the stage It's like, oh, you lot over there, and as you look over, you see a pale white tiefling male walking over. Is there a problem over here?
This person just stole all my money.
Chaka, we talked about this. Not supposed to steal other people's money while you're working.
I know, but they look like they'd be fun if they were mad. Sorry.
Now, I
Please.
don't disagree with that, but please give the poor man his money
If you
back.
give me back my money, here, how about I give you 200 gold? If you can keep 200 of the gold if you give me back my money.
A bad
I'm not
deal.
sure this is very moral. Yeah, I'll take it. You can have your stuff back.
All right,
Okay,
Heather,
thank you.
add 200 gold to
And
your
that's minus.
amount.
That's not that much.
And to
That's
do
fine.
that, Heather, you go to equipment and then click on the gold
Click on currency.
currency. Yeah, click currency, equipment.
Currency.
Yes.
Yeah,
The,
she used my great sword. Thank you.
The
It's done.
tiefling turns around to you, Nick, and he's like,
Mhm.
"I'm deeply sorry of what my employee has done to you. Would you possibly accept my most sincere apology?"
Apology accepted. It's just all fun and games. It's fine. I get it.
So, are you new around here? We've been here a week ourselves, and this is the first time I'm seeing you lot.
Yes, we're rather busy. We're on a little quest as of right now. We just
Ooh, a
arrived in town
quest.
today.
Sounds like something worthy of being sung about. Please do tell me, what is your whole little quest about? And
Good question. Either you two want to take over because I completely forget.
Rachel?
Or Michael.
I was too busy with slave.
Oh dear.
You missed a lot, Heather.
Nah, fire kind of briefed me.
Rachel, we're counting on you. What are we doing? If
We
not,
have
gotta do it again.
to decipher what this
This ring
language,
says-
what I kind of gesture to the, what is it? The scale?
The
Dragon
scale.
scale?
I take it out.
Yeah.
Scale.
The scale.
Yeah, I gesture to it, like I grab it out of my bag and like we're trying to
Ha,
figure out
Jester,
what
I
this
get
says.
Yeah.
So, Heather, you see this dragon scale, and it looks very like it looks, I don't know, very pretty, I guess. Like
Oh,
valuable.
shiny.
Please don't steal. Please don't steal this. We really need it.
So,
I mean, it's not fun if you're expecting it.
Yeah.
No.
so Squelga kind of looks over as well. He's like, "Ooh, this is written in language I've never seen before.
Likewise, we
within
can't even
realm.
use our magic to decipher it.
Oh, it's one of those old languages, ones that predate most of our existence, I assume."
Mhm.
Well, I do hope that you lot find out what this is. I'll be busy writing a song about it, and he kind of looks over at the stage at Betsy, or at the juggler, who is currently attempting to keep the crowd's attention while Squelga is currently dealing with the party. It's like, but for now, I must go back to my work. He kind of looks over to Jaka. Actually, I have an idea. Jaka, would you possibly go with this group here and kind of, I don't know, get certain details for their quest so we can have a even better song and epic to tell?
I don't know how I feel about someone who just tried to steal from me adding to the party.
Oh, don't worry.
Yeah,
Jaka
honestly,
can steal, but
Okay, fine. She leads the way.
Here's the thing. He kind
Or
of slips like
Sorry.
50 gold into your pocket. Just keep this between us, please. He kind of saunters back off to the stage and continues the show.
Okay, fine. You lead the way, and everyone keep a close eye on this one.
All right, so
Uh,
Jaka is now a part of the group.
Awesome.
Hi.
Hello, thief. What's your name?
Joka.
Joker.
Joker.
No, Joka with an A.
Oh, Jaka.
Also, I am kind of a joker. Here's my visit card. I hand him a
I was
joker
about to
card.
say, Joker is pretty ironic.
Nick, you have received a Joker card.
Oh, nice.
I mean, I'm sorry, it's all I have. I don't have a lot of treasure stuff. But don't worry, I won't steal your stuff. I only do it when it's like fun because I know people are getting mad.
Tell you what, if I die, you can have all my stuff. But good luck with that.
Oh,
All right.
that's very generous. Like I
I mean,
knew
my
this
goal will
adventure
be
was
to
going.
part the group if I
Oh.
die.
Uh, well, I know this adventure was going to be fun according to what you described, but I didn't expect it for you guys to be fun. That's interesting.
I don't know if I would call this fun, but it's fun for me. I like fighting. It's a good workout.
Good
So,
workout.
as you guys are talking, you hear the voice of Ghost go like, "Hey, we should probably get to the keep by now. We don't want to keep."
Yeah, good point.
So,
All right, Jaka, lead the way. We'll keep a close eye on you for now until you're more trusted.
Fair enough, I guess.
Alright.
Out of character. Fire. Where? Like you said, they were going to.
they're going to the main sort of
We'll just-
keep where
Yeah.
the government really is hanging out at. If that
Okay.
makes sense. Yeah.
Okay.
Tell her where we're going and then make him lead the way.
So, Jaka seeming kind of leading the way to the keep, which actually make a history check.
Me?
Heather. See
Heather.
if you
Me?
can figure your way. Yeah, see if you can remember the way to the keep.
Okay, so with a dice 20 again.
Yes.
Okay, let
If
me
you're ever
roll.
making like checks, it's always a d20.
Okay, so 11 plus. Okay, so plus my bonus is 14.
14.
Yeah.
You get a sense of where it is. You kind of remember like bits and pieces on where it is. So you kind of lead them over. You guys find yourself and are led by Jaka to a pretty big gatehouse. One that's like not really common around the world.
Sounds like a mansion-ish.
It's more made of like stone and other sorts. And the guards wearing the same sort of kind of SWAT-like armor kind of stop you at the gate.
Okay.
Halt. What's your business here?
Greetings. We're looking for someone to try and decipher this language, and I show them the skill.
Yes. What is your business with a Castellan? I don't think he'll be interested in helping you guys out with sort of language barrier.
It's for a quest. We needed to find a monster that's been terrorizing this land.
So you're monster hunters then?
Kind of, yeah.
In a sense.
In a sense,
He
we're
might have use
questers.
for you. Castellan might have use for you. He kind of opens the gate. All right, I want everyone to surrender their weapons. No one gets
Okay.
inside without giving us every bit of sharp, pointy objects.
I would love to hide my weapons, but they're way too big to hide.
Yeah, I don't think I can hide my great axe.
I can
okay,
maybe
remember.
hand out my dagger.
I'll hand my Two great.
All right,
No,
so
I'll have my two great swords, but can I try to roll deception to keep my swords hidden? My short swords.
roll deception with or stealth or sleight of hand with disadvantage.
Sleight of
Mm,
hand.
I can help
Uh,
him hide
oh,
them
that's a good
with it
one.
since I have
Okay.
good bonuses in both.
All right,
Oh, god damn it. Why does
hold
that
on,
be disadvantage?
hold on, Nick, hold on.
What's up?
You no longer have disadvantage since Jaka is sort of helping you by
Okay.
distracting
Then
one
nat
of the
20.
guards. No. All right. So
I'm gonna
you
like hide them in
somehow
my cloak.
successfully keep your front side towards the guards as you walk backwards into the keep to kind of hide your sword.
I had my I give them my great swords, but my short swords are staying hidden.
Okay, yeah, you successfully hide your short swords in your coat.
Okay, cool.
All right,
Okay.
Thank you,
so
Jaka.
I give my great axe and longsword, but I'm keeping the shield.
all right,
Can I
shields
try
are
to?
not
Oh,
taken.
sorry.
Shields are
Yeah, go
acceptable.
ahead.
Can I try to only give one of my daggers?
Yeah, roll sleight of hand, and since they're small, then it'll
I think
be
that would be
a straight
advantage.
roll. Oh yeah, advantage.
Okay.
There are no metal detectors in this world.
So, and sleight of hand. So it's, I think, unless there is something to add with advantage.
Sleight of hand is also a skill.
So
Yeah,
what you
no, but
do,
I already added sleight of hand. It's just
What'd you roll?
yeah, you know what, you know how advantage works? Advantage, disadvantage.
vaguely.
You roll twice and you take the higher number
Okay.
for advantage,
So
and then for
once.
disadvantage, you roll twice and take the lower number.
Okay. And okay, cool. So
All right,
plus sleight of hand. Yes, 16 then.
all right. I shall roll against you. Dice roller. They do a routine pat down of everyone, but they just managed to not see your dagger.
I have big puffy clothes. That's maybe.
All right.
I mean, I'm good at hiding stuff anyway.
Yay. All right. So
So, out
after
of
the guards
character,
pat everyone down, they one of them escorts you into the keep or main courtyard of the place, and after the gate is closed, turns around. All right, so right, I'm going to need to take one E from the group to go meet the Castellan. The rest stay here. Who's the leader of the group?
me.
I was
say
gonna say
confidently.
I nominate Nick as tribute.
Yes.
All right.
When Ian's not here, it's me.
So he
But
kind of,
Birdman's not much of a leader
yeah,
either, so.
he kind of like, all right, we'll be off. He kind of grabs your arm and starts leading you towards the
Hey, no need to get handsy,
main
man.
building. All right, so Nick, you are led through corridor after stone corridor until going up a set of stairs until you find yourself in the office of Castellan Boris Holdern.
Okay, cool.
He looks up from his desk at the guard. Be gone. We can discuss business alone. And kind of looks at Nick. So, my guards tell me you're a monster hunting group.
I'm gonna kneel down just to show respect, and then, yeah, that's kind of what we are. We're adventurers taking quests from people in need, but we're kind of at a we have hit a little how's the saying go? We've hit a
Roadblock.
roadblock, pretty much,
Hmm.
and I would like to ask for your help.
Hmm. Well, as much as monster hunters are loved around these parts, he kind of stands up and you kind of get a better look at his slim, like slim, bald figure. Uh, his face is heavily scarred, and yet his robes are ornately like made. It's
Mhm.
like, you see, I have no business with monster hunters. Uh, Normally, uh, just for a quick reference, what is your group's name?
Oh, man,
Name of the campaign.
I don't think I'm ready for this. We'll go with Heaven's Curse.
Name of the campaign.
Nope,
Oh my god,
that's not
name
the name of
drop.
it.
Something else?
Uh, Joe named it "Whispers of the in the Waste."
Name of the campaign, Nick.
Yep.
Well, I wasn't there for that, so.
That
Oh, that
is
is the
quite
name of the camp? Oh my
yeah.
god.
He kind of looks. He's like, It's a very unorthodox name, but how much I
Can
would
change it
love
if you
to
want.
how much I would love to get your little group into a set of jobs. I currently have pressing matters. And the only reason I'm telling you this is that I think you might be of some use to me. If it's not really hunting monsters. You see, my city, my glorious, glorious city, as he turns around to the window, it's the last bastion of law and order in this hellish cold wasteland. You see, I must protect her final holdings if anyone wants to survive. You lot have your little adventure. I cannot really worry about such trivial matters. You see, there's this army outside the gates of the main, the main gates, landlock, or not really, sea locking, sort of community here,
Mhm.
and every one of their raids has weakened our defenses. At some point, we're not going to have enough materials to keep fixing them, and one more massive assault on the outer walls would see my city destroyed and our people enslaved. You see, I would not help you until this threat is exterminated. If
So
you
if
do this for me, well,
what?
I'll be very much in your debt.
So all we have to do is take care of this army, and you'll tell us how to slay this monster. That's also a problem for your town.
Well, we don't really have plaguing the town. It's
Well,
more of a kill the leaders of the kind of army, and they'll just scatter like dust in the wind.
or
He kind of
snow in
turns
the
back to
Arctic
you.
wastes.
There is also a reward, of course. I know your lot just tend to ask for those. You see, I shall give you 2,000 gold, and, well, I did also hear from my gods that you are also looking for information. Kinda.
Indeed, it's we're trying to decipher this language on this scale, and we can't decipher it. So if we take care of the army, I would also like for you to try and decipher this if you could.
Well, I can't really decipher it while taking a look at the scale, but I will give you limited access to my personal library. You might find something there to aid you in your endeavor.
That is better than nothing, sir. Thank you very much.
Alright, so apparently we have a deal then.
Yes, we'll take care of the leaders of the people attacking you, and then the rest is history.
Alright, so he kind of pulls out a paper and quill with he kind of hands it to you.
Take it.
Have the rest of your party sign this paper. It's blank as of right now, but I'll add some stuff onto it
Very well.
later. I'm currently attempting to keep the city in line while this army is at the gates.
Very well. So this is going to be a contract, and you're just going to randomly add stuff onto it as we go along?
No, it's going to be with our agreement that we just made.
Oh,
You see,
okay.
I wasn't prepared for something like this today, so I didn't have one written down on hand.
That's perfectly fine with me, sir. Thank you very much.
I like the cut of your jib, sir. Your respectfulness and your politeness has many good qualities.
I'm respectful when I
Let's say
must be.
this. All right, so off you go. He kind of claps his hands, and a guard the same guard that led you in, kind of leads you out. You are now in the courtyard.
Sign it.
Yeah, I signed it. I'm gonna go ahead and sign it while I'm following. And then, okay. So, we have a new quest, guys. Jaka, I don't know if you want to get involved with all of this. I said that, Jaka.
Jaka, yeah.
However you
No,
want to pronounce it, really.
You don't want any part of this, then that's completely fine.
Actually, I could go for like seeing more stuff. I used to travel with the trio that you've encountered, or at least the two other people that you've
Oh,
encountered.
don't worry, this quest won't take all too long.
It's fine with
Hopefully.
me. I'm kind of tired to have to like kind of stick with them. For exploration sounds like fun.
No problem.
There's also the
Alright.
matter of the 2,000 gold, obviously.
And yeah, if there's
Of
also
course.
2,000 gold on for each and every one of us.
Huh.
2,000
we'll
for each of
also-
us.
2,000 for each. Oh, is it just 2,000 or 2,000 for each of us?
Never specified.
Damn, I should have asked that.
Uh-huh.
He never specified, but 2,000 is a pretty good amount for eight people.
Damn, 2,000. I have no idea what I would do with that much money.
You wouldn't have to steal anyone else's.
Oh, I would still do it even if I had 1 billion gold, but you know.
Yeah, it's the sort of things. I like fighting, you like stealing, blah blah blah. So anyone who wants to come, anyone who wants to pussy out, you can stay here. But I've already signed the paper. And anyone who signs this will be coming along on the quest with me.
Is it blank?
And yeah, it's a blank piece of paper. It's it was kind of sudden, so it doesn't have a proper contract set up. But we essentially have to track down and kill the leaders of the opposing nation that's slowly and surely destroying this one.
Signing a blank paper is a little sketchy.
I agree with him. I'm the first one to sign it.
I mean,
I'm the second.
I mean, it's a blank paper, so it essentially means no rules.
And that's why I
sketchy.
signed
I'm
it in first.
I mean, aren't they adding it?
No, he said it was just a blank paper for our agreement.
Oh, okay, then I'll
Well,
sign it.
you must be kind of naive to believe his like words. You never worked for him.
Livy,
yeah, it's just-
Ian, Joe, and Malachi's characters all signed the paper.
All right, I'm glad you all signed it, because if we don't complete this quest, we don't get information and we fail. So what's our first step? Well, giving this paper back to the kind man will be first. And I hand it to the guard.
The guard takes the paper.
All right, so our first step is getting information. And he said there were army men on the outskirts of the town.
Shall we head there first?
On the outside.
Yeah, but I suggest we all get things to warm ourselves up, because I'm sure the further we go out of the town, the colder it will get. So I'm gonna leave everyone to do that. And
Actually, can I leave my slaves there?
I mean, it's up to you, man.
I'll do that.
You leave your
Hold on a
slaves.
second. You have slaves?
Yes, he has slaves. He's quite the slave man. I don't know. I don't know what
He's
his deal
saving
is.
them.
He's saving them, yes. Even though he's already killed one child.
On accident.
Well, to be
I
fair,
mean-
he didn't kill him.
Oh,
Well, true.
I mean, to be
You
fair,
should,
who hasn't killed a kid before? You know what I mean?
You
I
know what
haven't.
I mean.
If you would like money
Uh.
to train your slaves to fight while they're gone, I can provide it, considering we're going to be getting paid for this.
Aren't slaves supposed to be like meat-shield?
There's a child, and then there's the father, right?
And the
And there's
wife.
the mom.
Then the mom gets sent off, though?
They're just playing parents now because their actual son died.
Yes.
Yep.
Isn't
Boy,
the
that's tragic.
demi-human a girl?
Yes.
Yes.
So,
Yeah. A raccoon
even-
girl.
Baftalia.
Yeah.
Beta. That's what you called
Beta.
her.
Yeah, beta. Yeah.
The beta version of Raftalia. Okay,
Boy, my name
so,
sure isn't the smartest one,
so
but
s-
that's kind of...
Squirrel, would you like money to train your slaves to fight while we're away? So they can be of more use and not, easily die?
I don't really know any training areas around here.
Then where's the mother?
Didn't you talk with Mr. Man, Michael?
Didn't he say he could give you
I
places
know
to
the
train?
bard one.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
he
know.
said
yeah.
he could give you more, didn't he?
Dan, maybe I know a place since I've been like...
Around.
Maybe I know a place that is either in
Roll
the
a
city or
history
not far
check.
away.
Roll a history
Okay.
check. And yeah, Nick, your character wouldn't know what went on with Michael and.
Well, no, that was out of character, my bad.
Yeah, you're-
Sorry.
Okay, I did an 18.
18. You've heard of a slave city? Not really city, but like more like slave supporting city where they train up slaves for battle and sell them off to people who need a slave battle force, basically.
Mm.
Basically a penal force for like
Okay, so can I indicate on a map to the character?
it is currently kind of sort of along the coast in the western part of the uh
Mhm.
white sprawl is what this basic quote unquote continent is called.
Okay.
You pointed out on a map that you have handy.
I have one in my travel kit.
Yes.
Okay.
So Michael, you are given the location of this city or town, whichever you want to call it, called, let's see here to pull it up, called
Legend.
the Vale.
Is
Vale.
it where we are right now, or is it like
No, it's to the west.
the west city? No, I meant like not in this city, but like, is it on the continent we're on?
Yeah.
Okay. So, do we want to send a couple of our party members out of character that aren't ever here with these characters?
Well, you can't really get out of the city on land
We can't.
because the city is being
Oh,
blockaded
yeah.
from on land.
Forgot about that. So,
We can
Then-
send Ian and Joe's character, Ghost and Ear,
to like,
to go with
Um,
Michael. Like you said.
yeah, we can like send them over there, and then have them come back, and we meet up whenever they're back.
Mm-hmm.
And
To
then
figure
start
out
the-
a way to
Not
get
take
there.
part in, or
You have
they
to
can
figure-
just not take part, and then we'll take their portion of the money.
Well, they're
yeah.
already bound to what they signed on the paper.
Yeah, so they'll get, yeah, they'll have to participate.
They
no
sort of
matter
have
what.
to.
But we can start it after we get these slaves to a, safe place. but we have to find a way to get them there first. So, who wants to do? We have a 3-part quest now. Get the slaves to a slave city, and then we take care of these, bad guys, and then we finally, hopefully, find a way to decipher this stuff.
So, which one are you doing first?
Shall we all try and find a way to get these slaves to that city that Jakal mentioned?
Why not?
Okay.
All right, so who is going to be leading a we like quote unquote
Side party.
investigation on how to get out of the city?
Not me, because I'm a dumbass.
Maybe I can, since we had to get in there, maybe I can find a way to get out.
All right, so roll a history check to see if you remember the way you came in. Heather.
History checks.
I'm working on it. History, so that plus I did a 20.
Hey.
Hey. So you remember you came by boat and like kind of bigger ships, but and you know the way to the dock very well since the trio normally picks up some of their goods from there. Some of their like extra stuff that they sent forward or something for building up a weird little stage.
I mean, we had to
Everywhere
take
they
some of
go.
the stuff for maintenance too. It's hard to find them inside the city.
Yep. So you lead the party. I'm assuming you're leading the party to the docks.
Yeah, to there.
All right. So you lead the party over to the docks where the harbor is currently empty.
So there's no boats.
Out of character. Is that usual?
No, it is not usual.
Oh.
You see, the trio came in before the city got blockaded.
Ah, okay.
Gonna have to
So-
take care of that first, it sounds like. Unless we can find a boat.
Oh, actually, I may be remembering something, but I might be wrong. I think I saw a fisher boat, maybe. Because like sometimes they start in the morning, but I don't know if the blockage also concerns that.
You attempt to find a fishing boat. Roll in investigation or perception actually to see if you can find
All perception, you said?
fishing
Perception?
boats. Yep.
Like everyone or?
Sure, everyone.
Yeah. I got a 15.
I got 20.
All right, so everyone tries to find some sort of boat that can house everybody.
It doesn't
But
necessarily
you don't
be everyone, just at least a couple of people to go with the slaves.
you're not able to find any ship that is serviceable on the open sea, especially in these icy waters.
Ah,
Alright,
You
well,
do
the
manage
other
to
way-
find the harbor master's office, though.
Right, so I'm gonna talk to that guy. Excuse me, sir.
Kind of open the door into the little office, little wooden office that smells very much like sea salt and rotting fish.
Gross.
Good time.
Oh, you see a really old human male, just with a scraggly beard and kind of longish hair, kind of sitting behind the desk smoking a pipe.
Greetings. And I'm gonna like slowly pull my coat over my nose.
Uh, he kind of mumbles a bit in greeting and just nods his head. And still smoking his pipe.
Do you know of any way we get across the waters to the slave town anytime soon without having to go through this blockade?
Oh, Slave Town. Hmm. I haven't heard of place before. What's the name of this place?
Nick forgot.
It's called the Vale.
It's called the Veil.
Oh, that place. With like weird things going on over there. Yep, I've heard of it. Some sailors passing by way back when in the old golden age, at least 20 years ago, I think. They told of such a place out west on the White Sprawl. Yes. Many treasures and slaves there to do the bidding of their masters. He kind of starts
Is-
rambling on about some really weird story that involves a kraken and a ship full of female slaves.
Yeah.
Oh god.
So. That sounds like a very interesting story, but we need a way to get there.
Oh no, you can't.
Can't.
Ships don't. Seaworthy and iceworthy ships don't normally make their way over here anymore. After the old wolves of Ishtar blockaded the sea.
Wolves of Ishtar. Is that the name of the nation?
It's kind of a army. They kind of formed a whole religious sort of community up in the middle of the kind of sprawl. And this is just from passing conversation from sailors, but they've also united some of the smaller towns and maybe a city or two up in the middle and started expanding their influence around the old sprawl. They say they worship dragons and they worship other deities, but I think the dragons one is more sound in terms of other more malicious attempts to demonize them. I don't really know much about them. He started rambling on about another story involving
All right.
involving like an ice elemental and a fire elemental going at it.
Do you know of any other way to get there that maybe might not be by boat?
The other way you get there is over land, and they've also blockaded that too.
Oh, that's a bummer.
So, is it like a
Yes.
giant circle? Like how big are these blockades? How many people will we have to go through?
Oh, they're pretty difficult to go through. According to some of the washed up sailors that decided to try and sail out into the sea only to be dragged back by the icy depths.
Hmm.
I started thinking to myself, how are you gonna get anywhere if
You see, only certain ships are able to get here out of the blockade. Some, I think, ships from the south, this weird land they call Oblivion. I've never been there myself, but other sailors talk
Interesting.
about it. But yes, only ships from them can come in and out of the city.
so only ships?
And the last one just came by, dropping off a weird group of people.
Ah, that must be
Uh-huh.
us.
Yes, that's us.
Hmm.
Damn it. Okay. So, Michael, you might have to go back to that guy and if you want to train your slaves.
Would you like me to regale you upon stories past?
No, thank you. I think we'll be on our way
Like
now.
the giant squid versus
We'll be on our
the
way now. We'll be on
mega
our way.
versus
Slowly
the big
pull everyone out.
ice leviathan.
I'm gonna like slowly pull everyone out while he rambles.
Yeah, he starts rambling on. Even if when you close the door, you still hear him telling the story.
Yeah.
This guy reminds me of
something.
one of the people in my trio. He can be annoying.
That must be the juggler. Okay, so any other ideas? Because we're not getting out of this town, obviously.
Uh,
And then you kind of hear the door open behind you again. The guy isn't rambling. Yeah, he's actually hobbling of his little office cabin thing.
Mhm.
For seemingly like the first time in a while, you're like, ooh. If you're looking ways out of the city, where the army lets people go if they pay a certain sum.
How much?
I'm not sure. And he goes like, it reminds me of the great
Run!
ice blockade that a wizard put on our
Alright, we're all gonna get
townie.
run away. Run away.
goodbye, Mr. Storyman.
Goodbyes. Goodbye. We'll see you
Mm.
around. Goodbye.
Farewell to ye. Kind of still rambles on to himself as if reminding himself on what happened that day through his own little story.
Go back into town. Alright, should we risk this, currency fee? Because otherwise, we're gonna have to fight our way out, and I don't know if we have the manpower to fight an entire army.
I mean, one thing I could do is that if we are short in terms of currency, I can go steal some more.
I think we're pretty good on currency, but we don't know how much, so we'll have to see what the fee is, and then we'll get back to you on that.
Right.
So I guess everyone want to go, get stuff to warm up, and then see if what the fee is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Heather, I forgot to mention that the cold has an effect on everyone here.
Oh.
If you don't find a thing to warm you up within a day, then you'll get debuffs.
Okay, I'm just checking my inventory to see if I have anything.
Yeah, you have a fur coat on. That was part of the thing that the trio kind of gave you, or like the trio as a business,
Yeah, I have clothes
it-
and costume, but I also have a
yeah.
bedroll, so
Yeah, but the thing is, even with a coat, you still will start feeling cold after like a day, after like 2 days, I think it was some. But you can eat food to warm you up, like hot food.
I have some
Drink.
rations. I have one for one day.
Yeah,
For
yeah. Rations
more
won't warm you
permanent
up
way.
because they're not technically like.
It has to be like food here.
Prep.
It's like special food.
Oh, maybe potions too.
Yeah, potions can do that.
Oh, that's a good idea.
They're kind of a hot commodity, seeing as they're in the middle of well, not really in the middle, but basically in the Arctic.
Can I remember where an alchemist is so we can get some potions?
Yes, you know where an alchemist is. It's in the main square, where also a bunch of food vendors are set up.
Personally, I think I'm gonna go and try to find like a more permanent way of keeping myself warm. So I'm gonna like split off from the party and say everyone else can find their own ways of keeping warm before I go off on my own.
Do you tell them where are you gonna meet up with them anywhere, or are you just gonna walk off on your own?
We should meet up back at the center of the town. Now more at the edge of the town when we're all done. Say about 2 hours. Does that sound good?
That should do it.
Right. Also, remember it is still like nighttime technically,
It is?
because weird nights and like
Oh yeah, it is.
yeah,
Like
the 2-day night time sort of thing.
Forgot about that.
So it's very
Yeah.
weird.
We can sleep when we figure out what the fee is. Since we just got here and all.
All right, so party finds their attempts to find things to warm warm themselves up. So we'll start with Rachel. What are you gonna find to warm yourself up?
Out of character, is there a permanent way to keep yourself warm without
I
having to
was
constantly
thinking
get
of
food?
like some type of heating core type thing.
Those are only for Warforged, and there are no such shops in this city.
Alright.
I was gonna say,
Is
wasn't
there-
Malachi trying to find that? Like when
Yeah,
he
he
was
already
here?
had. He got a whole winter set up for his
Yeah.
Yeah,
Warforged, so
Malachi's set. We need our own way.
Isn't there a type of animals that has very like thick fur? Because if animals live in that area, maybe they have a fur to counter the winter.
That was actually my first idea. I was gonna go to a shop and see what the best thing for keeping warm was.
I use
But-
prestidigitation to stay warm.
what do you use, Michael?
Prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation. What does that do?
It's like most things miscellaneous. Hold on.
Okay.
Would I remember the food stall that Livy and I went to?
Yeah.
Okay, I can tell the group about. I tell the group about that. What is it?
I think food sounds fantastic right now because I am starving.
Is Livy's character Valru with us right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I kind of like talked to Valru. You remember the food shop that we went to get the food last time? We could go there again.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay, I guess
how do
Uh,
we?
I lead the
keep
group
the
there, I
food warm,
guess.
Can I say something real quick?
Go ahead.
How do we plan on keeping the food from getting cold and going bad? If we're gonna be, I imagine it won't be like quick travel. We'll need a better source. than
Torches
food.
and tinder boxes are still a thing.
Yeah, I don't play D&D very much.
I can use prestidigitation too, if needed.
Alright, I guess food
It
would be.
says prestidigitation says you can create an instantaneous harmless sensory effect. Instantaneous light or snuff out a candle, a torch, or small campfire. Instantaneous clean or soil an object no larger than 1 cubic foot. You chill, warm, or flavor up to 1 cubic foot of a non-living material for 1 hour. You make a color, a small mark, or a symbol appear on an object or a surface for 1 hour. You create a
Does that
non-
have uses?
Good.
Like
I mean-
spell uses?
Like it uses
Um,
a spell thing.
Is it a cantrip or a spell?
It has a range
cantrip.
and
Okay.
yeah.
It's basically most small spells. It's completely harmless.
Mhm.
So, what that will do, at least in this area, it'll keep you warm for an hour, but it's not like really warm. It's just like barely warm enough.
Like a
sort of.
candle.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
not a lot of warmth.
You can just make a no.
And you
that's
prolong
probably
it for like half a day if you use it, but you can't really like. It's not a really permanent solution, basically.
we could use our body heat.
Maybe
Because the more inward you go into the continent, it gets colder and colder until spells will not work.
If
Oh.
we're going to the west, right? So that's more outward, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
because I was about to say, since I have Matter Image, I could use that to create some, because it say some visible phenomenon, and I could create a small bonfire, I guess.
All right.
I mean, I could warm up some water. Could drink warm water.
If you have like a
Warm
little
water.
thermos, they sell those.
We should
But
probably
you don't know
find
that yet. But you don't know that
a
yet.
I know.
Mm.
I
We
was
should
just
probably-
thinking of finding some way to keep the food warm because
So,
we have to-
Rachel and Valru, you guys. Well, Valru's not here, but
Yep.
you are at the stall. Still the 3 main dishes. the Penguis meat pies, the rock whale, and the Gullus dish.
Um,
Can I say I followed them?
All right,
I am there
you're there as
too.
well.
Because the main character has to be everywhere.
Yeah. Currently, also, Ear and Ghost, they're currently in a tavern right now, just chilling.
Okay.
Malachi's doing more preaching. And
Alright,
yeah, you look at these. I'm pretty sure you haven't had these dishes before.
Nope.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you see the Penguis meat pies. Look like pies, but with Penguis meat inside. The rock whale is like a slab of meat that just gets cooked with a little bit of like seasoning and
Food.
the Gullus dish is a mix between Gullus meat and spices, vegetables that grow in the north.
Is it like a type of soup?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
Let's say, or
Stew.
eh,
Thanks for
sort of. I haven't gotten a definite. Like, there's multiple different types of Gullus dishes.
But these are the main three they're selling?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay. How much do they weigh? And are they giving us them like in packages of sorts?
No, it's
Do we have
more
to ask
like you
that?
get a plate of it.
Okay, damn. Can we? I'm gonna. Dude, can we like have any sort of packaging with the food, or is it just on plates?
Oh, we don't really do packaging.
Ah, okay, then.
Yeah, we just go and serve them on plates here.
All right. Damn it. I was gonna
If
just.
you're deciding on what you want to buy, I highly recommend the Gullus dish. You
I
have
am pretty
many
hungry,
different
so.
types of it, and you also got the other stuff here. So the rock
Uh,
whale, although expensive, is it's a good price for what it is.
Just out of character, real quick. So, two questions. How long does the food keeping you warm effect last? And second, how long would the food stay warm?
The food, the keeping you warm effect, it lasts for a couple hours. Kind of adds on the amount of time before you kind of get cold. But that's only like during that day. So it's like if you eat a bunch of food that day, it only adds on like a couple hours. But if you
And
eat,
I imagine the food has to be warm for the effect to take effect.
yes,
Okay.
has to be cooked and like freshly cooked.
Okay. And it doesn't stay warm. It stays as warm as long as normal food, I imagine.
Since they're in the north, it stays warm for about 30 minutes.
Okay.
That's why the guy cooks in front of you, so it stays, warm.
Rather hot.
Yeah.
I guess I'll take the Golos dish, but as for keeping us warm, we're going to have
Okay.
to find some other way.
That'll be 5 silver.
Go ahead and give me two, and I'll just one gold piece. Makes it easy.
Okay, here you go.
Thank you very much.
It kind of makes the Gaulis dish in front of you. It's a very kind of, I don't know how to say it. Like,
If you tell me the idea you're going for, I can explain it.
yeah, it's kind of like, fuck. How do I forgot the word. I'm big dumb.
Don't worry, I've watched plenty of Food Wars.
It's an extravagant way of preparing this food.
So there's a word for it. An extravagant way of preparing food.
Yeah.
Would be.
Are you guys talking about
God,
when
I
they
haven't
cook
been
in
to
front
class
of
in a
you?
while. If it's that, there's also a name for that. If it's like cooking in front of you, I forget what it's called though.
Well,
we'll
in any
just-
case, he
yeah.
just. I want to say flamboyantly, but it's not like flamboyant per se.
It's just like a.
It's like overly dramatic
extravagant-
way of preparing the food. It gives you the two
Ah,
Gullis dishes.
hot cuisine.
Ah, yes, it's pretty hot. I just cooked it.
No, I mean.
Okay,
what
next.
called?
I like this guy.
Okay,
That's funny.
who's next?
That's it for me.
Uh,
I'm gonna go ahead and eat one. And I'm just gonna go ahead and eat both because I'm hungry.
Oh man.
Ah, yes, good sir. What do you want?
mm,
Oh yeah, and
not-
rock whale is not like an actual like whale made out of stone. It's just what they called it.
oh, how disappointing.
Man, I would love to eat rocks.
I mean, it'd be a first.
Yeah.
Can you tell me more about the rock whale?
Ah, yes, me or the rock whale, one of me specialties. You see, I kind of put a bunch of herbs and like my own special blend of herbs and spices on it. And you know, it's kind of all mixed into the pan, and I pan roasted and stuff like that. I mean, it's
Oh.
cooking, you know, it's its own flair and fragrance.
I'm not too familiar with the concept of cooking.
Mm.
But I think I see what you mean.
You're much of a pre-prepared food kind of person, aren't you?
It's a bit complicated. I was
Mm.
basically in a team before, right? And we had to eat on the road, and since we don't have a lot of money or fresh food to prepare, we kind of had to do with what we had.
So you resorted to cannibalism, eh?
Um,
This guy.
I won't deny nor confirm that,
Oh,
but
Jesus.
time were rough.
So
Lucky
you had
being
to
frozen
nibble on
pizza.
a big toe.
Ew.
So the rock whale will definitely suit your tastes.
Is there more than well in this preparation?
Well, you know, you'll see. And he kind of does this weird, like, the weird twirls and stuff with this food, and then after a bit of cooking, it kind of comes out on us, steaming hot plate. It's a think of like the really expensive steak, but it's like not really sort of. It's different consistency and look. That's how like kind of big it is. So
Wow,
it
it's
has
been
weird
forever
vegetables.
since I had real meat. I think I'm going to take one.
That'll be 9 silver.
Out of character, real quick. I'm not sure of the equivalency. How many is that in gold?
You'll have 1 silver.
It's essentially 0.9 gold.
Yeah. So yeah, you'll
It's,
have 1 silver and just subtract 1 gold,
10
basically.
bronze is 1 silver. 2 gold.
Oh, I'm stupid. There are the equivalents. Well, then I'm going to take 2 and give him 1 gold, if it's possible.
It's 9. Yeah. Oh, you're very generous. He kind of puts a silver towards you. There you go. Like, enjoy your meal. And he kind of looks over to the rest of the group, mainly Raikiri. And what do you want?
I'll have I think what I had last time was the Gullis dish.
Ooh, you want the Golis dish. All right. So, would you like it in soup form or mainly solid form?
I'll go for the soup form.
Good choice. Good choice. He kind of plainly makes a bowl of Golis soup and kind of gives it. That'll be 5 silver.
Because I'm not really in the mood to do the currency exchange. I'm just gonna give him a gold.
Aw.
Okay. He gives you 5 silver. Good. Kind of looks over at Michael's character. And would you like anything, sir?
Yeah. What's What's the best thing you got?
See, my specialty is the rock whale. But if you're looking for cheap stuff, I could point you to the Penguis meat pies.
Yes, that third dish is just being ignored.
I think I'll go with the pies.
One for each slave.
It would be 1 silver, please.
Wow, that's cheap.
Right. I'll take 10.
Oh, you're a big spender, aren't you?
Buy
All
Damn,
right.
that's a lot of pies.
So he makes with a twirl of his wand and a flick of his dick. You have 10 Penguis meat pies.
Damn.
Can I have one?
Well, that's a magic trick if I've ever seen one.
None of you know. His dick didn't touch the food. Neither did his hands.
No, I
it just
know.
like did a weird flicking motion.
Is this why we call that meat pie? Ew.
It's dick magic.
Cock magic, yes.
Oh
Get out,
god.
Mr.
Cocky
Doodle.
mage.
Oh
Dude.
no, we're back at the.
Yeah, welcome to
Okay.
disclaimer time.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
Disclaimer,
Anyway.
read the description. Alright. And yep, you have 10 Penguis meat pies that are all stacked neatly on top of one another, not really like putting any weight down on each other basically.
Sounds
Ah.
delicious.
It's like perfect stack. That's cool.
This man should
That's
have
hard.
been an architect. Damn.
And
that's
thank
actually
you
really
for
hard
the
to do.
compliment, but I don't like building stuff. As he says, as he starts to like get all of his ingredients together in a nice neat pile and such. And kinda takes everyone else's order, and everyone else's is, well, basically just Valru. Valru pays for like a rock whale, pays a gold. And then she pays for wine, and then all the other stuff. Like we did to Ian.
Oh no, I wouldn't do that to Livy.
Yeah, no. And as you guys are eating, he's like, "Oh, I also have this cider right here."
Ooh,
I'll take one.
cider.
Kind of points to this like giant barrel behind him, like a little tap at the bottom.
I'll just raise my hand. I'll take one. Pretty dry.
Hmm.
Huh.
Okay.
How many
Delicious but
can
dry.
you guys drink without falling over?
It's not that kind of drink, I don't think, is it?
Well, I mean, I got normal non-alcoholic cider. I have the
Ah.
really good alcoholic cider right here. Kind of points to another barrel that's next to him. Just got it today too.
I'll take the non-alcoholic because I'm a drinker.
All right, so he takes out a like a mug that has like a lid on it,
Ooh.
and he kind of opens the lid, pours the cider in it, which is basically piping hot, until it's almost full. Puts the lid on it and gives it to you. Oh, that'll
it's
be
one
3
cider.
silver. That'll be 3 silver.
I'll give him 1 gold.
Gives you 7 silver. Yay. All right, so what does anyone else want some drink over here?
I'll go
Mm.
for it.
I think I'll pass for this one.
Yeah, sure. I'll take some.
What kind you looking for?
What's the hottest drink?
They're both really
Cider.
hot. It's the
Non-alcoholic
only drink
for
I have
me.
here.
Out of character, real quick, how long would this stay hot?
Oh,
Bless you.
Bless you.
thank you. It gets you to half a day when you drink the cider. But
How hot? Long does it stay hot?
that's why I said half a day.
Oh, it stays
It
hot
adds
for half a day. Damn.
Well, yeah, it's in its own little thermos mug.
Okay. Okay.
He has a lot. He said just
Oh.
gives it to people.
I don't
Oh.
want to deal with silver, so I'll just buy another 10.
That's a lot of cider you're getting. He kind of pours out all of them alcoholic and gives it to you, but you don't know which one is which because he didn't label the barrels.
Oh god.
Oh god.
Oh my
Like,
God.
here you go, good sir. And he kind of
Actually,
takes the required.
Dom,
Okay.
can I take one cider? Can I say I changed my mind and take one cider?
All right. You want alcoholic or non-alcoholic? Because
Just fuck me
Michael
up,
didn't.
fam.
All right. He kind of like,
Just
oh,
fuck
you're
me
a
up."
heavy drinker, aren't you? He kind of pulls out this giant tankard, fills it up with a lot to almost to the brim, puts the lid on, and kind of heaves it over to the counter, like puts it down. That'll be
Nice.
2 gold.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Just
All right,
fuck
so-
me up.
Out of character, if I may. The mug that keeps stuff warm, if the liquid is already warm. The one I got is a bit bigger, right?
Yep.
Or okay. That's part of why I wanted to take one.
All right.
Can be
It is-
useful.
Yep. All right. So, does everyone who wanted a drink have a drink?
I'll
Yeah,
do one. How much silver is it?
It's 3 silver for a normal and 2 gold for a massive one.
Do a normal non-alcoholic.
2 normal non-alcoholic.
One normal
Oh.
non-alcoholic.
Okay. Oh, you're not the adventurous type, I see. And he kind of pours one out and gives it to you.
And I didn't know we had a child in the team.
I'm not in the mood to get fucked up right now, unlike you.
Ooh,
I'm always in the mood. What
Ooh.
can I say?
throwing shade. Okay. I'm just gonna go back to whatever I was doing before. And he kind of
Okay,
sits
bye.
down on a stool. He kind of does something behind the counter. You can't really see.
I don't want to know.
What are we doing next?
So we obviously need to find a more permanent way of keeping ourselves warm. I have an idea. We should probably find the best coats we can find.
Mm.
I imagine they would have something.
Everyone already has winter coats, like fur winter coats on.
We didn't buy them here though. That's the thing.
Yeah, but you still have them though.
Is there no like better quality winter coat?
I don't know. You could find out.
That's
I'm
what
just
I
saying
was
you already have one
suggesting.
and you don't. Oh, okay, fine.
Because obviously
It's gonna
there's
be more expensive here than it was, but all right. You go and find the tailor shop.
Yeah.
Or the tailor, and as you walk in, the guy behind the counter is like, "Oh, welcome to my shop here. Well, what you
Greetings.
looking for?"
Is your warmest cloth for going toward the center of the continent?
Ah, you want to go to the center of the continent? Yes,
We're
yes,
not
yes,
exactly
yes.
sure, but we will be going in further, I
Yes,
imagine.
yes. So he kind of hobbles over. This is different. This is a different shopkeep than what Ian encountered. This is like a little gnome, with the biggest coat you've ever seen on a gnome.
Jesus.
Oh boy.
As it is also kind of chilly inside the shop. Like, ah, yes. You see, kind of scoots over a kind of cart with three kinds of kind of pelts, or quote unquote pelts. Kind of gets on a little stool and points to the middle one. Yeah, yes, that's Penguin's meat right there. Or not meat, but that's Penguin's coat right there.
Oh.
If you look closely, instead of fur, they have weird feathers. But it keeps them warm when they're in the middle of the continent, so you know. Who am I to argue? And he kind of points to the next one. This one right here. This is it's more of a sort of like saber tooth.
Hmm.
Kind of big cat in the middle of the. Also residing in the middle of the Arctic. It's very warm, but it's kind of kind of comely.
Mhm.
Kind of, you'll definitely be a little bit weighed down if it ever gets wet. And he kind of
Oh boy.
points at the last one, which is a like kind of pearly white,
Mm-hmm.
like pelt. It's like this one right here. It's my most expensive, but the warmest of the three. You see, this one is from the. Let's see if I can remember the name here. The polar ores. Now,
Wow.
yes, yes. It sounds weird, and they used to have a different name, but it got changed. I don't know when, but
Hmm.
you know,
How much is the warmest coat?
Okay.
it's
The warmest
polar
one is
ores.
only just.
Yeah.
But
I said how
would
much?
be
They're the most
much?
brutal animal of the three. They go after people exclusively. They are a bitch to take down.
Jesus.
Is it now?
But it's the warmest pelt of all three and keep you warm for quite a while.
How
much
can
is it?
you tell us how expensive each of your coats are?
The polar one, some people call them polar bears, but I like my name more. But this one is 100 gold to put into a coat.
Hmm.
And he kind of points at the Penguis one. This one, 50 gold. And it kind of points at the saber-tooth one. This one, 75.
Okay.
I'll
And they're
go
all
for
good at
the.
keeping us warm, right?
Yes, but they're not good at keeping you not wet.
Hmm.
Excuse me, Mr. Sarah? Which one would you
Yes.
recommend for someone that has to do a lot of, say, to put it lightly, acrobatics, but still need to be warm? Like, because you said that this one was kind of heavy.
Yes. He kind of points at the Penguis one. This one will be good for that, but it's not the warmest. But
Uh-huh. Uh,
it'll keep you on your toes and still keep you somewhat warm, just not as much as, the polar ore.
yes, I see. Does the Polo has the same problem as the saber-tooth one with the wetness and such?
So
Well, I mean, if you get wet in any sort of,
yeah,
any anyway, anywhere up here, you basically die. It's very cold. Stuff freezes a lot.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Saber-tooth's good all around. You'll sacrifice just a minute mobility, but it's not as much as, this one. Kind of points to the white pelt.
Out of
So it's very
character,
heavy then.
Dom, which of these looks the cool?
The coolest?
Yeah.
The white one.
Okay, then I'm going for
I
that one.
mean,
I'll
duh.
take one of the white ones. 100 gold. Not much.
He kind of hops off his stool, waddles back in the back room, grabs a little, well, not little, but like bigger, like coat made of this pelt.
Mm-hmm.
And it actually has a little hood on what this creature looked like its head, basically. That you can put over your head, and it kind of covers your face a bit.
Ooh, that's cool.
So,
Yes, 100 gold.
easily fork that over. I don't care if we wear this over the coats we already have on, right?
It won't really add much if you wear it
Okay.
over a coat. Just
Then let me ask about if I were to sell you this coat, I've only worn it for one day. How much?
10 gold.
Alright, that's fine. I hand over the other coat.
Here you go. He gives you 10 gold.
Why, thank you.
And he kind of like puts the gold into a little golden sack around his waist.
A golden sack, you say?
I was gonna
Yes.
say, I'm like, I know you
Nah.
said that for a reason.
We can get all of our gold back.
I want to buy the type of coat that Nick bought.
All right, 100 gold.
Okay.
Don't worry, we'll get back.
Hmm. Actually, I'm gonna buy the same type of thing, but can I try to talk to the seller first to negotiate?
Make it less.
Sure.
Do we
Roll
have to roll anything?
persuasion. Yeah.
Persuasion. Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, it's one of my best stats. Neat.
Just don't get in that one.
So I'm trying to roll, but my computer is having a heart attack. There. Okay, so that plus you said persuasion
Yep.
20.
All right. I have to roll against that. You attempt to persuade him then.
Mr. Seller, you seem to be a very smart businessman. Can I offer you a
I am.
proposition?
Well, what is your proposition?
Well, you see, I'm from a trio that is now internationally famous because we travel from town to town. I could talk about your business and the incredible adventure you had to catch those different dangerous beasts to one of the bars in my trio. He would be so happy to think about it. He always tries to think of new songs to tell to the public. I'm sure it would be a wonderful performance.
My boss doesn't normally let me tell that tale.
He's good at this.
I might take you up on that offer.
Well,
But-
yes, I expected nothing less from a good businessman like you.
I'll drop it down to 50 gold.
Sounds like a reasonable offer. I give him the 50 goals.
Thank you for your business. And he kind of like, who am I gonna like contact to tell them my story?
Oh, certainly. You probably seen the kind of weird circus that is in the center of the town.
Yes.
Yeah. So you have one juggler and one person that is a bard who has kind of a lute with him. Talk to the person with the lute and tell them Joka sent you here.
I shall do that. Good day to you. I must go
Good
back
day
to
to
my
you, sir.
business to tanning. He kind of sells the rest of the coats to the people who need them. I'm assuming they're all going for the polar bear pelts.
Everyone
Cold.
would, yeah.
All right, so
If they have the big old.
all right, so we are at the hour and 30-minute mark. Just so you guys know,
Mhm.
we could take a 5-minute break or finish off the episode.
We
I'm good to
can
go.
now Dom, this is depending on how long you want to keep the session going
Mhm.
for. We can just go up until like the hour 50 and then stop the stream there, take a break if you want to continue and then start your
Okay.
episode.
Mhm.
All right, yeah, that's what I'll do because I want to see if I can get Ian in on it. All right. All right, so we'll go to the hour 50 mark then.
Okay.
So the party exits and are now in the middle of the street.
And how well are these new cooks keeping up? Would you say?
You can't really feel the cold, and if you were to test it by the blacksmith, you assume that you won't be able to feel much of the intense cold.
Okay. We did. I forgot to. We did get our weapon.
Yeah, you got your weapons back.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
I mean, if we didn't give them away to begin with.
Yeah,
Oh well, yeah, true.
I have the hiccups now. Oh.
Oh,
All right, so got a good source of keeping us. Just have to. So I guess the next thing to do would be feed that the boatman talked about.
Quick question. Shouldn't we try to get some potions or other stuff to keep us warm in case of emergency?
I will leave that to you because I'm not very good with.
Varu kind of pipes up, like, I mean, they are only outside of the city. We should be fine.
Oh yeah, true.
Okay then.
We'll worry about it when we actually go.
Yeah, there might be some server in place. Good point.
Alright, so if we don't have them, we'll come back and with some strategy getting. Don't do anything crazy, because I don't want to start a fight with an army that we aren't prepared to fight.
So,
Fair.
you guys walk towards the outer gate, and as you get closer, you see that this gate has been basically bombarded, kind of very recently, since it's still sort of attempting to be rebuilt. It's been actually hold on. Joka, you actually heard this bombardment while you're in town, which
Mhm.
started near, like, kind of close to when you arrived.
Okay. And do I know what's the like what causes that?
Yeah,
It's massive artillery pieces that have been placed outside of the city,
Okay.
being just pummeled the outer walls.
we're
Mhm.
totally gonna have to act fast. We might not even have town if we don't.
All right. So, as you guys walk closer to the gates, it is sort of open-ish, as much as they could get it open in its disrepaired state. And you guys walk out with with warning from the guards behind you. Oi, they're gonna kill you out there. Fuck them. They're probably gonna try to, I don't know, attempt an escape. Yeah, fuck them. And they kind of just watch you guys leave, as you are now in the white sprawl. Now, ahead of you guys, you see the artillery emplacements. Just like way back, since there's no real tree cover. You see the trenches in the snow, and just snaking across the landscape, seemingly never ending. But you also see the road out of the city laid out before you in a raised stone path.
And there are
Oh.
people arming these artillery.
Yeah, there are people on those artillery. They're not shooting it yet, but
Yet.
Ah.
So can we walk over with our hands showing to come in peace?
well, you walk down the road, and as you get near these trenches, you hear a shot go off. It's not at you, more like a warning shot.
Okay, can we hold our hands up and try to?
You can hold your hands up. I don't know about what everyone else is doing.
Well, that's what
I
I'm gonna
mean,
do.
if it gets them to not shoot at us, then I'll do it.
Let me go ahead by myself first. Stage.
Can I try to get away stealthily?
Uh-oh.
We're gonna have to try to pay for the fee anyway, so we'll wait for that for now.
Roll stealth with disadvantage, since you are out in the open with no cover.
Ah, right.
Oh, our
Uh,
coats. We match the snow.
Okay,
But not your
so
pants.
Yeah, good
one,
point.
2. Okay. So the second roll is the one with the worst score. And stealth. Do I have a bonus? Yes, I have. So 18.
Holy shit.
He's a rogue.
Okay.
What do you expect?
Lowest roll.
Alright, so I have to
18.
roll with advantage for everyone else to be seen. Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, you were spotted.
Oof.
I rolled a nat 20.
Oof.
Oh fuck. Hi.
You kind of get, as you guys hold up your hand, you're approached by multiple armed men. Most of them armed with the same sort of like ice weaponry that Wolf and Raikiri have, but it's also
Guns,
you
I
also
imagine.
see some of them have very, very frozen guns.
Oh shit.
How many are there? Just in case.
There's about 10.
10?
Yeah. And they're all in like winter gear as well, so it took you a minute to actually see them approaching, but
Okay.
you see them.
So putting our hands up. I heard of a fee that we can pay to get through.
Hold on. He kind of, as they get close, they kind of, sort of grab everybody and put their hands behind their backs. You're coming with us, and they lead you over to to the trenches and down a little tunnel that leads underneath the permafrost and into a little kind of war room, technically.
Mm-hmm.
And standing over a map of the city is a very fur-covered man, like different furs to different animals, but mainly the wolf head that he is wearing
Mhm.
as a sort of headpiece.
That
Oh.
looks awesome.
He kind of looks up at you. You see he has crimson eyes, which you've almost, which is a rarity, but not unheard of.
Oh, you don't see that every day.
See that every day.
He has a very heavily bearded face as well.
Mm-hmm.
And what brings you to, well, the sprawl? As he addresses whoever seems to be the leader.
We're trying to
is
head
Nick.
to the Vale. So we're willing to pay the. If it's not too hefty, I imagine. I hope
Well,
not.
as you already know, its travel has been restricted to certain people in and out of that city. Because obviously, we're trying to take it now.
I
What
imagine.
I have for you, because I know what group you are.
Mhm.
You are told in many legends in the north. But it's actually quite quite surprising to see you lot here. I have a proposal. No doubt the leader of that city has given you an offer that you possibly can't refuse. I have my own
Currently
offer.
not. Go ahead. What is it?
Knowing your skills in combat and such, I have a proposal to maybe kill the Castellan in that city, or open up any way for my army to storm the city. Now, obviously, you need reward, because a famous adventuring group like yours are very, very expensive. I propose 1,000 gold each, and access to basically any city under our control. Which is basically everywhere, except for that one.
I have two questions for you, Cons.
Hmm.
One, do you happen to know of anyone, nation that could possibly decipher this language? And I pull out the scale.
He kind of takes the scale and inspects it.
Mhm.
I've not seen this language in a long time. But I can read it.
You can read it.
Oh,
Yes.
really?
However, obviously, I'm not going to read it now. He kind of
That makes sense.
puts the scale on the table. So what you're really after is information, eh?
Yes. One more question.
What is
What
your
will
question?
become of the innocent people of that town once you conquer it?
They will be incorporated into our country, basically.
So
You
you won't
see,
harm them in any way?
if they're
Unless they
truly
resist, of course.
innocent, unless they resist, we'll cut them down like the dogs they are. If they don't, then, well, they'll be incorporated. This is the last city we have to conquer before we control the whole north, obviously.
They don't seem that bad, honestly. I'm gonna whisper
And-
between the group.
Also, as you are kind of getting used to the light in this underground war room,
Hmm.
because it's very bright outside due to the snow and sun.
Yeah, that
Mhm.
makes sense.
You notice the symbol of a dragon behind the this basically great commander of this army.
Hmm.
He kind of notices you looking at it. Oh, you're interested in that, eh?
Yeah,
That is our deity.
I heard
He
you
is-
worshipped a
Oh.
dragon.
Yes, we do. He is the holy Ishtar. We are his wolves.
Wolf of Ishtar. Catchy
Wolf is
name.
actually my name.
Oh, what is your name, might I ask?
My name is
'Cause-
Wolf.
You might be, if you're interested, I might extend a hand of offering to join our army, Wolf, but obviously you're preoccupied.
Currently preoccupied, but if I ever get done with my adventuring, I'll consider it.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna like turn to everyone at this point and whisper, so these guys don't seem so bad. Obviously they tortured 2 people in front of us. So I'm more leaning towards these guys.
Wait. They did that?
Yeah, like in the
people in town.
last we tortured and then brutally beat
Well,
to death 2
here's the-
people.
You just said
Nick.
they don't seem so bad.
No,
Yeah.
he means the people. He means the town's guard in the city.
Yeah.
They killed heretics in there in front of
Yeah.
everyone. So
Oh, okay.
Brutally beat down 2 heretics.
I mean, I'm usually not too about like religion or cult or big organization like that, but I don't feel like we have a choice.
Well, let's also say that we'll get 1,000 per person. They only offer 2,000, and I feel like this one would be a lot easier to do, considering the last guy didn't even offer to decipher it for us. He just
Yeah.
offered us a library.
Not only that, but it kind of made us sign a blank paper.
Yeah, he also made us sign a blank piece of paper, but could it have been magical? I don't think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, maybe you could use it for a curse? Question mark.
God, I never thought of that.
Too late now.
You're way too trusting.
Yeah, true.
Well, my intelligence doesn't. But hey, you're the one who made me the leader.
And
So
anything.
I mean, I just went with the flow, so I don't know what your guys are
I
about.
mean, if we kill this guy, the curse will obviously be lifted. So
Oh, okay. So new plan. We join them. We kill the other guy.
I honestly feel like that would be because that
I
guy
also
seems
don't
kind of
know
like a
if
dick.
there's a curse at all.
Well, exactly.
Just to
If
be
there's no
sure,
curse,
you know.
then it's just easier. But our
Yeah.
goal will be to kill this guy either way.
Hmm.
So what's everyone's decision? I'm leaning towards these guys. Since the
did have
reward
the
is also
better
a lot
offer.
better. Yeah, they have a better offer. It'll be a lot easier for us.
Plus murders on
Plus,
about
we'll only
fun
have to
right
kill
now.
one guy instead of multiple.
I don't want to be the only one on the wrong side, and we are kind of in their territory already. So, yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna accept their offer.
Okay,
Alright, I'm gonna turn around. We'll accept your offer.
Good. I kind of already thought that you would accept it, but good thing you confirmed it. Now, well, what I really need you guys to do is help us get into the city or kill the Castellan, really either which.
We'll probably go for the killing the castle on, considering it
Mm,
would probably be a lot easier. Plus, we think he might have a curse on us.
And we are a
I
sneaky
can have
bunch.
my limited amount of mages to check if they're looking for something, but
That would be
time is
very
of the
helpful.
essence.
Time is of the essence. That's very true.
At least for my army. We've been here for freezing cold for about a week or so, and
Oh, would
it
you like
took
some
us
snacks?
around. It took us many months to march up here in the first place.
Hmm.
So, well, off you go then. You're free to go back into the city. If you'll need any other resources, may be able to provide.
All right, thank you very much.
Okay.
We'll get back to you after we've completed the quest.
It's the 1 hour 50 mark. So
All
we
right.
want to wrap this
uh,
episode up and then take a little break and then go into the next episode.
Yep.
I
This is
am
where we'll
actually
be
gonna go
cutting
take a
off.
shower.
Okay.
So
This
if
is
you
where
want to start up
we'll-
without me, then that's fine.
This is where we'll
Or-
be cutting off for now, for a break, and then next episode will be same people, basically same time recording. So
Maybe a couple more.
yeah,
How long do we want to do the next
10,
episode?
15
for?
minutes. Or wait, next episode?
Yeah.
Okay, next episode will be at least an hour, depending on how long you guys take to kill this dude.
Okay.
All right.
Nice.
If he's only gonna allow one person in like last time.
All right, so we'll go on a break right now. Next episode, we'll be picking up from where we left off.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, 15-minute break, maybe.